up, guys? Welcome to Mike's Garage. Today we're going to be working on the 99 Ford F-150. I'm going to be doing a high performance coil pack install. What happened to me the last time I tried it is the two bottom bolts that go on the coil pack right down in there. It's kind of hard to see, but what happened is they rusted out. It's the two that go there and there. They were rusted out so bad when I got a socket on it, they just stripped out. So I'm gonna have to cut the heads off of them and see if I can remove the bolt. I didn't attempt the passenger side when that happened. Figured, just wait for another day. But I did plugs and wires already, which that definitely did improve. I was only running on probably 5 cylinders, 6 cylinders maybe. So I'm definitely getting better fuel mileage, better fire. I went with NGK Platinum plugs and some Taylor 8mm plug wires. And I got the blue color because that's kind of my theme here, as you can tell. There is going to be a walk around video coming up with this truck right here that I still have to make. It's kind of where the truck was at when I first got it, where I'm trying to go with it. Yeah, anything you guys want to know, questions, comments, concerns, if you guys want to see something in particular about my truck, just send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Trying to find the time to do the YouTube videos and stuff like that, edit and all that kind of stuff gets a little hectic, but we'll do what we can, guys. And give me just a minute and I'll be back. I'll be at it doing the coil pack install. Thanks, guys. All right, what's up, guys? Now, in order to do this right, I'm going to remove my air intake. And the way that I have my air intake bolted down is there is a support bracket that comes around and mounts to the power steering pump mount bracket. So essentially all I should have to do, loosen that up. Okay, and then trusty old screwdriver here. Get the air filter off, and then remove here. And I know how all this stuff goes back together, so it's not that big of a deal. Like so. That gets a lot of this stuff out of the way, like that. And I just set it aside. Now, I can probably go ahead and leave this here. That way I don't have to unplug my MAP sensors and all that stuff. There's a plug right down here that goes on the front of the coil pack. You remove, obviously. Time for flashlight. All right, bring you guys on over here. Take a look and see what we're working with here. Okay, so right down in there is 2 bolts that sheared off on me down on that bottom side. That's one of them right there. Then the one on the other side, they rusted out so bad. The top ones actually came out fairly easy, so they shouldn't be too difficult. Let me see where the best place is to put the camera. All right, so now as you guys can see, I'm using one heck of a extension here, but it's that bolt right there. And when I get on it, oh, I might get it out. Maybe I'm not going to have to cut the heads off on them. That is getting really hard to turn. Let me grab some spray here, some WD-40. I know I had some around somewhere. Hold on. All right. This may not be so bad. All right, there's that one. As you can see, I thought they were rusted out so bad I wouldn't be able to turn it, but I'm also using a 6-point socket instead of a 12-point, so maybe that has a lot to do with it. I'm going to concentrate on the bottom bolts first, because that's the ones that gave me so many problems before. And I do think it was this inner one here that I did have a lot of trouble with. I need a better work light. Guys, there is a GoFundMe page for my personal builds on these vehicles, so maybe wants to help out and chip in some tools or something. I'm open. I will take it. Lay that sucker right there. Hey, she's turning. Not very easy, but it's turning. And see, I got it out to about right there last time, and that's when it stripped out on me so bad I couldn't get it out. 6-point sockets definitely make a difference. Probably should have been using that from the start instead of the 12-point. Now it's coming right out, nice and easy like it's supposed to. All right, here's the other one. See, this one was in worse shape than the other one. See, look at the head on it. But guess what? Got them both out. So that was the major headache I was fighting. Now we'll go for the top ones. Guys, I do have the lights on inside my shop too, but they don't like to work for some reason. There's that one. That's 3 out of the 4. Man, I'm down here in Texas. Guys, it is really freaking humid out right now. Now you guys are probably laughing at me because I'm using so much extension, but that's what makes life easy. Gives you access where you don't normally have it with the extension. So alright, that should be the last one. Uh-oh. Check it out. Coil pack 1 is right there. All I gotta do, get the new one in. I'm not too sure why on the new one they give spacers, but mine's already actually set up for it, so I'm not going to use the spacers. See, here's these little spacers that they ship with it. However, I don't need it, so I'm not going to use them. And hopefully these new bolts and stuff work out a lot better. And what I'm going to do, guys, is actually put the coil pack in, and then I'll switch all the wires down. I'm actually considering reusing the old bolts. Matter of fact, the only reason why is these are Allen key. See, those are little Allen key heads. I don't know if I really want to use those. Especially not if these ones will work. Oh, I know why. No, I have to. Okay. So, here's the new coil pack that's going in, okay? So what I'm going to do with the old one here is kind of position it over here out of my way somewhere, somehow, maybe. Holding on to too much stuff here. I do have a better flashlight. I don't know why I'm not using it, but where's the fun in that if you actually use the good tools, right? All right. Let's check these old bolts and see if they'll work. Why not, right? Oh yeah, that'll work. We're just gonna reuse the old bolts, guys. They're a little bit easier to work with. I can use a socket instead of having to get down in there with an Allen wrench. I'm all about simplicity. I tried to find some blue color coil packs and I couldn't find any. So this is throwing my theme off a little bit, but that's all right. We're not that worried about color. It's more about performance. Stay. Now, I am going to be doing the fuel pressure regulator here at some point too, because I do have a misfire and I don't know if it's the coil pack, fuel pressure regulator. I've done fuel filter, plugs, wires, and that stuff, so I don't really think that's the issue. So we'll wait and see. Oh, forgot there's some other stuff that's got to go on right there. But we can tighten these others down now. Now this application here works the same way if you're using OEM parts or if you're using high performance coil packs, whatever. It's all pretty straightforward, man, as far as removal and installation. Now, if you guys don't have a cold air intake system with this heat shield on it, it probably makes it a lot easier to do, because then this isn't in your way and you wouldn't be using near the amount of extensions I'm using. But as you notice, I'm only using a 1/4 inch ratchet, so they're not torqued down on, they're real tight. I broke it loose by hand pretty easy. And you don't want to over torque them, because that's kind of why they get rusted out and stuff when you do go back in. Or not rusted out, but that's why they strip out when you go to take them out. So if you're kind of playing around with part ideas and trying to figure out what works the best, don't over torque your stuff. Get it just high enough where you know it's safe, and then you can move on it from there. Hopefully I get the camera in a good position where you guys can see what's going on. That bottom bolt that I told you I thought I was going to have to cut the head off of, there's some other stuff that's got to go on there, so I'm just tightening these others down for right now. All right. What it is, it goes back on is maybe it's your ground or something of that nature. All right, we're gonna get this other side done over here, and we're gonna fire this baby up. And I have a SCT X4 tuner. I'm going to data log some of this stuff. I did a data log with previous coil packs, so I'm going to see how much my spark really advances with these others. You know, when you're buying performance parts, they always claim that you're getting a lot more horsepower up to this certain amount, and it's really hard to gauge that unless you have the right equipment to kind of tell you what you're getting. I've had good luck with this SCT performance tuner also. I do get a lot more power. I get a lot better fuel mileage with it. I bought mine used from a guy off of eBay, and it was married to the owner's vehicle. What I did is I actually sent it into SCT, and they unlocked it for me. So couldn't complain there. Here's how we're gonna do this. I know I'm cheating, but who cares? All right, and that is the first coil pack installed, guys. Give me just a minute. Let me dry my face off, and I'll show you guys the other one. And another note, guys, to show you how this goes back on there. There's a bolt right there on the bottom of your power steering pump reservoir, and what this does is goes up and under that. Let me see if I can show you guys how I do that. Need a better position for everybody to be able to see it. Hold on, we're getting there. Now, it goes underneath the deal, and of course I need both hands here. See if I can get the camera in a nice steady position here. That should work. All right. So, you do usually end up having to loosen it up a little more. And of course, got the wrong side. It's an 8mm bolt. And then like that. And it all kind of just slides right back into place like it should be. Right there. And then come back, put the air filter back on it. I apologize for the camera work, guys. I don't have a super expensive setup. Anyway. And then back to the old good trusty screwdriver here. Tighten that down first. Also, making videos is a good reference. In case you ever forget where a bolt goes or something, you can always look back on your videos. I haven't had to do that yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. All right, so that is driver's side coil pack installed, and air intake is also reinstalled. And fuel pump reservoir is tied back down. So give me just another minute, guys. We'll come back and do the passenger side. All right, guys, we're back. I did open up my other door in the shop here. It got sunny out instead of raining, so hopefully you guys can see a little better. Now, those other two bolts are way down at the bottom. The other two are right here on the top. So we'll probably go with the hardest ones first, which will be the bottoms. And let's see if I can get a good location for the light this time. And probably not. Plus the battery's going dead on it, but that's all right. Now, try spraying a little bit. I can't reach the bottom one, so I might have to get another extension. Should probably unplug it first, huh? That's one problem I have on this old truck. It's because it's old and brittle. All that stuff really likes to come loose. Not much to be done about it. Yeah, this coil pack's definitely no good. The connector just ripped off the bottom of it. I'll show you when I get it out. Probably a really good thing I'm replacing it. Love it. We gotta love working on these old trucks. When I first bought this truck, yeah, I mean, the guy told me he had it and basically just drove it. He didn't really do much to it. I've done everything on it. Man, it's one of them kind of projects that just never ends, you know what I mean? Get my hand out of the way, you guys can see what I'm doing. There's no good place to ever put a flashlight, is there? Alright. It's still not ready to come out yet. Now this truck does have 250,000 miles on it. I mean, it shows in some regard, but old truck looks pretty good for being 23 years old and 200 and some thousand miles, 250,000 miles. We'll clean those up with WD-40 once we get done. On this side, I just need the light to stay in a good place. It wouldn't be so annoying if I had a good place for a light. Or if I just knew where everything was. Wouldn't even have to look at it. This one looks a little bit more difficult to get to. but it's right there. A lot of rust on this old truck. Not quite. Let's try it like this. What do you guys think? Man, it's so humid. So freaking humid out. Welcome to Texas. See, there goes the light again. All right, here's number 2. Now we're gonna go back to long extension, just because we can. Plus, I like being able for you guys to see, you know, what's going on. Using that shorter extension, you probably couldn't see what I was just doing, so. Stay. And yeah. These are some long-winded bolts. There's that one. All right. Now see, this is the older 4.6 liter. It doesn't have the on-plug coil packs. This is just the one that has 2 packs, one for each bank of the motor, and it's a lot simpler, you know. I kind of sometimes wish I had the on coil deals, but see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's not messed up. It just came loose, I guess. But anyway, it's probably a good thing I'm replacing. It's about time. All right. Here's the new one going in. Another. They're not MSD. They are VMS racing equipment. They have a lot of stuff for these 4.6 liters. They do a lot of stuff for the Mustangs and stuff like that. So, if you guys ever want to check them out, I found them on eBay. Their stuff's highly rated. You know, it seems to be very well built. It's a little bit bigger than stock, but we'll see what kind of performance we get with the numbers I'm gonna pull. If you guys are curious about that, send me a message and I'll let you know once I get it all data logged and everything. Oh yeah, I did say I was gonna clean these up, didn't I? Now, it'd probably be a good idea to use a little bit of anti-seize on them. However, this is hopefully the last time I ever have to put coil packs on this truck. So, some of the other stuff I've done on this pickup, wheels and tires, I'm planning on doing a 4-inch lift. So I can run 35s. That's one thing I can't wait to get done. But, of course, like any good thing comes with time, so you gotta wait. Remember, guys, there's a GoFundMe page, too. If you guys want to pitch in on my budget build here. 10% of all stuff I receive on that does go to charity. ASPCA for animals. I like animals better than I do people sometimes, but such is life. Don't forget about the other part, guys. If you go to do this, don't just leave it hanging down there, because it's not supposed to be. It goes right down there on your bottom bolt. I don't know which way it goes. I guess it goes that way. It goes just like that. A little bit easier to get to when you get all the wires out of there. This is not a hard job to do, guys. As long as you got the right tools, most of the stuff on any vehicle is not extremely difficult. Having the right tools, though, is always a plus. We'll have to go back to that one. It's about a 10-minute job to do coil packs on both sides. If I didn't have to remove air intake and all that kind of stuff, it'd probably be a lot faster. But yeah, my tools quit binding up on me. Didn't mean to bump the camera there. Now for that one, we're going to go back and use the short. Maybe. I'm just glad I didn't have to cut the heads of those bolts off on the other side. I got them out with a 6-point socket. I didn't realize the other one I was using was 12-point, and it just started to turn on them. But things happen. Switch this up a little bit, makes it easier to get to. It's all about your pivot points on some of these wobbler extensions. As it gives a different angle here. Oh yeah, there we go. Just make sure that nothing in the way. Got that one in. All right. Too much WD-40 on my hands now. It's always hard to tell if he's going on all the way or not. All right, guys, there it is. New coil packs installed. Let's give her a little start up and see what she sounds like. Once again, find a good spot to put the camera. Just a second. One more. All right. squeaking that you're hearing is my AC compressor clutch. So I'm gonna have to get that fixed too, or fix it myself anyway. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, send message. See you guys again on the next video.